Okay, I'm at 15 Sweetbriar Avenue in Florence, Kentucky, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that would be concerning to the buyer. Our access is the main stack in the front center of the basement, up against the front wall. And should go straight out and tie into the main on the street. Of course, they come over and go in through the come out through the driveway, but we'll see that as we go. It's copper above ground and then goes into cast iron below ground. And it looks like it does go almost immediately outside because it switches over to clay. These are all common materials for this age of home. Or this is still under the house based off of the turns, and it's just they use clay under the floor. Make a couple strange turns there. A little tiny bit of root intrusion, it's nothing to worry about. It's a little bit of finger roots there, but it looks like it's right at a turn. That's really nothing you can do about that. It's such a small amount, there's really nothing you can do about that at this point. Here's a little bit more root intrusion. It's not horrible. Root intrusion is very common with clay lines, and so it's really not that uncommon. It just requires a little bit of maintenance. And so as long as the line is structurally intact, it'll just require a little bit of maintenance, either a cleaning or, in this case, it was so minor you can get away with just like a chemical treatment, like root X or something. And that just kind of burns back the roots and keeps it from getting to the point where it'll block the line. There's some packing. Looks like a repair's been made. We're in PVC. You can see the packing around it where it went into like a 4-inch PVC. They have just replaced the line from there all the way up to the main. Let's dive in a little bit. Okay, looks like there is a connection off to the side coming in on the left. You can see the face of the connection. And looks like we have a break right here. You can see the earth off to the left, but I think this may be out by the main. Looks like it's getting ready to turn and drop in. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get past it. Looks like the water is escaping at the turn, but you can see the shear edge of the break and the earth to the left. I'm going to pause the video and go get a locate. Okay, so here at about 85 feet, I'm going to take a couple still images to show the break. I'll pull it back a little bit also. It is in the front yard, right on basically on the property line with number 13 Sweetbriar. And so at this point it is a shared tap. So I believe this would be on Florence, but either way, it is. It would at least be shared with number 13 to repair this section of pipe. I'm going to see if I can get it to go past here, but I want to take a couple photos at some different angles so that we can see a little bit better if I pull back. Now there does look like there was a recent pole installation right above it. There's a power pole that's kind of right above it. So I'll see if I can get a decent run. Maybe my camera will get lucky and it'll bounce through. But everything beyond this is out in the street. It just doesn't seem like it wants to turn. Maybe it's just hitting the very edge of the open pipe. Yep, I think it's also missing at the bottom, and so my camera is just hitting the edge. But I'm going to have to watch this because some of this is seeping out into the ground. So, yeah. And the water coming in right here to the left, that is from number 13. So that's what, a foot of difference. But the stuff coming in from the left here, so you can see the break there. We'll take another photo. But this is also the tap for 13 coming into the side. You can just see the machined edge. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the water coming in. So we'll take a picture there. And so, yeah, the rest of the line out to that 85-foot mark is in good shape. In fact, most of it had been replaced already with PVC. So there probably used to be a tree in the front yard that had caused some issues, and they took that down and replaced the line in the process. It also could mean that they only replaced it out to where they were responsible, which is pretty normal. They only, the homeowner's only going to replace the pipe to where they're responsible. And so they stopped the repair, or they replaced the line right there at that connection from 13. And then from there on out, you would think that would be Florence's responsibility. They are the sewer department in the area. They have their own sewer department. But there's at least 40 feet of pipe replaced. So yeah, the line looked really good structurally until you hit that 85-foot mark where it's shared. So it's a good thing overall. A little bit of roots there at 24 feet, say 25 feet. And so you have very, very minor roots at 22 and 25 feet. Other than that, the line is in great shape. Back out of the clean out. Okay, so to sum it up, the line looks great structurally all the way out to 85 feet. At that point, there is a break about a foot after it becomes a shared line with 13 Sweetbriar, and that spot is marked with green paint and a flag. It is approximately, I believe it was like 6'3" No, 6'11" actually to the invert, which is the inside bottom of the pipe, and it's right next to the power pole that had been somewhat recently installed. It looks like it's a lot newer than the other ones in the area. So I'm going to recommend that be reported to Florence for repair, and notify 13 also. And that little tiny bit of roots in there, I don't think is a problem. If you could put some root X down there, but it's so minor. In fact, I'm not even sure what it would be coming from at this point, because there's nothing really in the front yard. But yeah, overall, everything that the homeowner should be responsible for looks like it's in great shape. Just going to have to get Florence involved to make a repair. So that's the end of the inspection at number 15 Sweetbriar Avenue in Florence, Kentucky.